And we're live. And I forgot to rotate my camera. So I'm going to do it now. Sorry, guys. Let's get this going. I was doing a live stream on my Facebook page and forgot to change the camera setup. What's up, everyone? So I decided to do a quick stream. I'm really going to try to keep it very quick. Haley, what's up? And Abe. So it's so interesting. I really want to go more biologically into these subjects, but people just want to hear about freaking weight loss and stupid stuff like that. Let's see here. All right, guys. Still too low. Sorry. Like I said, this was set up for my Facebook page. And went live and then completely forgot to change it before. What's up, Deborah? My mod's in the house. Love me some Deborah. So you guys, I wanted to talk about what we had discussed. Really great subject content in my Facebook page. And I thought it would be good to bleed over some of that conversation here on YouTube. Hey, everyone. Okay. So... smash that like button, Abe says, and don't knock over my water, because that would be a problem, right? Excuse me for drinking the water. I always get dehydrated from doing too much talking. All right, so I'm going to go straight into the subject and then take your guys' questions. I think I can lift this a little higher. Again, excuse my lack of readiness. Hey, girl, hey. All right. Just a bit. All right, guys. So essentially the things that we were discussing, I was starting off kind of going into that quasi autoimmunity and, you know, the carnivore, or like, can you do a ketogenic version of a carnivore diet? But you already got it liked. All right. Thank you, Tim. But I thought it'd be very interesting to talk about stool. So we got into a big stool quality conversation, and I want to talk about that here. Like, it's something that people don't talk about on a ketogenic protocol. They kind of lightly go over it, but they really don't really talk about your stool. And then I'm also going to talk about how it's even relative to muscle loss. So I'm going to tie the two together so you guys can understand things from a different perspective. But howdy. The problem is that you guys have gallbladder problems, big time. And we really have to know the difference between gallbladder and leaky gut, because both can make your stool float. Also, a lot of gas can make your stool float, but I beg to say that if you have that much gas in your stool and it's floating, you still probably have leaky gut. Why am I bloated? Is that a question? Can't answer you, Jay. That's your perspective. All right. Here's the thing. I did a stream 2 days ago, and the guy's like, why are you so lean? I mean, everybody has a perception of how I look. So I can't help you. See, is white rice okay to eat when trying to put on muscle? So that's not ketotic, so I'm not going to talk about white rice. I'm going to talk about stool right now. So essentially, okay. So let's talk about the stool quality. Now, it's pretty clear that the pale stool is coming from your gallbladder. So before I start talking about floating stool, let's talk about pale stool. So unfortunately, a lot of you guys are having issues with your gallbladder. Now, you might have sludge going on in your biliary system and you really haven't created stones yet. You really don't see a change of color in your stool. So you can actually have gallbladder issues without having this sort of white colored stool. White or yellow colored stool often has like a clay, you know, that kind of white clay color. That's probably most likely due to a problem with your gallbladder system or your biliary system of the gallbladder. So with that said, let me see, I have those You don't have a gallbladder. So yes, and to answer that question, people can do keto without a gallbladder. The body's very smart. It'll learn how to adapt and find a way to hold the bile salts without having a full functioning gallbladder. And that's why some people who've had no gallbladder for years who eat fat do just fine. And then there are people who just have a little bit of sludge and they're dying. So one of the things, we're at 100 people? I didn't even see that. Holy crap. That was fast. So you guys like up the stream. There's 35 people who've only liked the stream. So let's get more out of that 100 to like up, because I'm going to go there and I want to talk about some subjects. And you guys, I'm going to sit and take your questions. Let's see here. Sorry, my phone's been acting up as well. Okay, so stool quality. So one big indication of stool issues is floating stool, and the color of your stool and the greasiness of your stool is a pretty strong indication of having a gallbladder issue. Like I said, you could still have a functioning gallbladder, you could still just have a little bit of sludge, not full form stones, and still have gallbladder issues. So you want to pay attention to the color and the floatiness and the pressure. You want to look for pressure in the stomach. You want to look for nausea, or people who are doing keto and they just literally feel like vomiting. So these are real strong indications of having a gallbladder problem. And for those who popped in the stream, you guys feel that you don't have a problem with adapting, but you do. So a lot of the reason why people don't adapt is because their fat that they're eating, that they're trying to create viable ketones, is ending up in the toilet. And we don't want that. We don't want that. We want to use and uptake that fat that we're eating as viable ketones. So, how to get rid of gallbladder sludge. So the very small amount of information I have on how to get rid of it has a lot to do with potentially doing a gallbladder, liver, kidney cleanse. So I know so many people who've done gallbladder cleanses, and they say, I see tons of a lot of stones. They don't know where the stones are coming from. They assume it's from their gallbladder. And they're like, why do I still have, gallbladder, let's say, sludge or issues, not sludge, but the symptoms. A lot of them still have the symptoms, and they don't understand why, because they think they've eliminated a lot of the stones from their gallbladder. But you don't know actually where they're coming from. So a big indication, thank you, RTY Pepe, thank you. So you helped me to clean up my dirty keto past and nasty caffeine habit. That's hilarious. Thank you. Let's see here. Tummy, upper GI as well, swelling, pain. Thanks to Steph, oregano oil, Mano Lauren, mastic gum has helped me in sleeping better. So that's that protocol I just read off. It sounds more like leaky gut rather than the gallbladder. So we got to know the difference between the two. Now, people who've got issues with their guts and with broken down microvilli, with holes in the gut wall, can also have a reaction of floating stool. So then you would have histamine issues. Again, you could be bloated. So we got to know the difference between gallbladder bloat and leaky gut bloat. We have to know the difference between the two. And a lot of you guys don't know the difference between the two types of bloat or pressure in the stomach. So a lot of you guys might have a reaction, let's say, to eggs. And you eat a bunch of eggs and you get gas and you get bloaty. So you've got to know the difference between that type of bloat and I just had a butter tea and you feel pressure and you don't feel well. So these things are really, really important to know the difference. Now, how this is sort of relative to people, let's say, losing muscle, is that they're not actually adapting. They're not actually creating enough viable ketones. And a lot of people who try a ketogenic protocol tend to do it without, they opt out of using a glucometer and tend to use the urine strips. And of course, the urine strips are so subjective, because if your strip is turning purple, most likely you are losing your ketones. FB foil. Thank you, Rafael. helpful. Thank you. So is alcohol okay for keto? No. Tina, sorry. So with that said, it's really, 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 really important for you guys to start looking at your stool quality. You know, and then someone in the stream on the Facebook, the private Facebook group, they asked, what if the toilet bowl was turning pink? And I was like, what? Pink? You know, and I thought, could it be blood in the stool? Because that's often going to come from the large intestine. Black in the stool is going to come from higher up in the GI tract. But if we go into the green color, that's going to be often from the chlorophyll. A lot of you guys are doing a lot of spinach to raise your potassium levels. And then you'll notice a green stool, which you should not be concerned about. Food in the stool is, again, leaky gut. So you guys are going to have a hard time maintaining your muscle if you're showing these symptoms with the gallbladder, with because you're trying to create viable ketones from the dietary fat, and then it's just going right through you into the toilet. So you're not adapting. Your body goes more into gluconeogenesis. Keep repeating myself, which is the breakdown of your amino acids, and that can take from anywhere in the body. So that's a really, really big problem, because a lot of people start to go through weight loss on the scale, but they're actually burning through some amino acids. Unless you do some sort of type of dunk yourself underwater or a DEXA scan, people think just because they're losing weight on the scale, but they're looking more flat in their muscle beyond the kidneys dumping water. So has improved stool, some yellowish spots, mostly normal brown poop. Took me about 1.5 weeks for my body to fully transition and feel great on a carnivore/keto approach. Elia. Oh, thank you, Elia. Oh, thank you, Cara. Thank you so much for donating to the super chat. You're awesome as well. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It can be mold. It can be mold. But apparently on the other page, this person was making, somebody mentioned mold as well, was making the assumption that it sounds more like something from the GI tract. So I have no idea. So Melissa says she has a green stool, but every other day. And so I don't know why it's every other day, but are you eating a lot of like green colored plants with a lot of chlorophyll? So that's a question I have for you. I've been taking Lauracetin, slippery elm, and my stomach has never felt better. Shapira, okay. Shapressa, so my bad. Shapressa. Yeah, that sounds awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so I think I'm going to sit down, you guys, and take your questions and see what's going on with people's keto adaptation. Let's see here. You mentioned mushrooms in another video causing candida. I didn't say it was causing candida. I said it could contribute to candida. What else would you say? Or mushrooms off the list. I would only say mushrooms are great. Low. This is now too low. I would say that mushrooms are a great low carbohydrate plant source food, but if you have really bad systemic candida, you might want to be careful with that. Okay. Let me see. Stephanie, do you suggest we check our stool before? Yes. And a nice stool is a clean. No runny, no constipation. You guys who've got constipation, these go more into a gut dysbiosis, or with leaky gut can have either like hard stool or very loose stool. What's up, Michelle? No, every other day for a bowel movement is super gnarly constipation, and unfortunately you're having toxins re-enter the bloodstream and you're not getting out the estrogen, so that would be very bad. Very, very bad. You're supposed to poop every day. Blood ketone 3.8. So that's a little too high. Sorry, it's a little too high, but you know, you're close. Glucose. Oh yeah, see, that's not, so this, was it Gins? That's your glucose at 131 milligrams per deciliter is like really bad. That's like yeah, that's bad. That could be, if I don't know what your blood sugar was before, but that's a sign of insulin resistance. That's really, really bad, which is probably why your ketones are higher and not being utilized. Yes, I think it's a great topic as well, Billie Jean. You cannot drink alcohol in keto, Tina. I already said that. As ethanol, it's going to shoot up your blood sugar and shoot it down and make you hypoglycemic and give you some, no, super unstable blood sugar after that. What's up, Gary? What's up, guys? We have some more questions going on. We got 97 people in the chat right now. So can we like up the stream and get it higher? Because if you guys like up the stream, then that obviously gives me more visibility on this darn YouTube nonsense. Okay. Leaky gut and candida commonly go together. Yes, they do. I feel better after only 3 days. What were let's see, what were your SIBO symptoms? I didn't have SIBO symptoms. Just have explained SIBO symptoms. So SIBO symptoms could be everything. Really, really loose stool, the floating stool, the whole like poor skin, congested skin, dandruff, pain in the gut, gas, like these are all signs of SIBO. Getting colds and flus all the time, poor wound healing, poor sleep. You have a hard time to absorb the amino acids from protein, especially branched chain to have the muscle gains. Yeah, there's a lot of signs of SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. Alicia, no. So Alicia, like anybody, if I don't see your questions because they go too fast, so write it in caps or highlight it in another color so I can see it better. So yellowish floating stool could mean gallbladder issues. So we don't know. That's anything where the stool becomes pale. Sounds like you might have issues with your bile salts. I can't get keto right. Suffering terrible stomach pain. That sounds like gallbladder. Or, you know, it could be histamine issues. You might have a sensitivity to certain foods. Or you can have both, which could exacerbate your stomach pain. But that's typically gallbladder, which is right along the topic of the video. See, I bruise very easily, even if scratch my leg. Oh, yes, you have problems with your clotting. What are you getting enough vitamin K in your diet? Like, are you eating enough greens? Are you getting enough healthy proteins in your diet? Let's see, constipation on keto. I mean, so Wolf, a lot of people could have constipation on keto for different reasons. So one could be the fact that you're not just simply not drinking enough water because you are dumping a lot of water in the beginning, or it could also mean that you might have problems with your digestive tract. You might have a propensity, you might have the SIBO, you might have thyroid symptoms that are underlying that you're not aware of. So I don't know, I'd have to ask more to find out, to like narrow it down. Hi Mandy. Have mild fever. Oh, Elliot, that's not good. Oh, so have mild fever, major congestion, headache, cough, and sore throat. I don't want to take any, what is it, over-the-counter meds. What can I take to, you could do an oregano oil and coconut oil combination, oil pooling several times a day. And get some rest and drink a shite load of water. And just make sure your food quality is high, but you're already doing that. Okay, any sweeteners, just stevia. Okay, what if you don't have a gallbladder? Then, I mean, like Bruce, if you don't have a gallbladder, just if you've tried keto and you don't have these symptoms like stomach pain and you don't feel like bloated or nauseous, if your stool is not floating, you're fine. It doesn't matter. Your body, your liver is still making the bile salts. If you have the symptoms, then ox bile salts can obviously help you, or ox bile combo with betaine for the short duration or short time. So somebody just asked if you could use any sweeteners, and I said just stevia. Let's see here. Low calorie intake for me. I can't seem to get over 1,000. Ooh, I'm sorry. This is not keto, Melissa. I don't know what's going on with you. Let me see. I drink half a gallon of water. Could that be the issue of daily? Oh, you have constipation. Could be your thyroid. I mean, you're eating 1,000 calories. That puts a lot of pressure on your adrenal thyroid system, your hypothalamus adrenal thyroid axis. Okay, so it took me 3 years on keto to fix my gut, stool, gallbladder, but all is good. Yes, MB! Tell them! Love that, right? I know I sound like a dork, but that's really cool. Okay, is bitter melon approved? Like bitter melon tea? I don't know. I don't know. I would say no just to keep it safe, but you know, you can experiment and find out. Okay, do you recommend spirulina? No, I don't. And I think chlorella and cilantro are a better chelator than spirulina. And people use also the bentonite clay and a bunch of other weird stuff. Okay, see, how do you stop the oil in the stool if there's no gallbladder? Ox bile. See, been doing lots of long distance bicycle riding. Can't find any bike riders doing keto. There's a lot in South Africa, in Cape Town. You might even want to like Google or look for Facebook, banting, cycling. Like South Africa loves riding bikes. This is still too low. South Africa loves riding bikes. So I would go into the banting community, low carb, high fat banting, and you'd probably find a lot of people there. See, thoughts and keto was supposed to be good for oxygen retention, blood. Yeah, it is, but you have to adapt first, Jerry. You have to adapt. The problem is overstimulating, you know, your energy system. And if you overstimulate the energy system, you could go into hypergluconeogenesis, and it can spike your blood sugar, make your blood sugar unstable just in the beginning of your adaptation phase. So just everything's contextual. Looking for a budget-friendly keto plan to start? I don't know what to tell you. We're on a live stream. It's right here, right now. Oh, let's see here. 2.4 to 2.8 ketones for about 2 weeks. Okay, that's good. What's your blood sugar? Should I add more? No, MCT oil really has nothing to do with keto adapting. It's all about the animal fats, guys. Gave me hope. Yeah, right. MKKG MD is giving everyone hope that you can fix that leaky gut. Absolutely, absolutely. You guys, we got 104 people here. Can we get the like ratio up? Let's get that ratio up, guys. What are your thoughts on raw kefir? Maybe if you don't have any lactose issues, even though I know kefir is not supposed to have much, there's still a little bit of sugar in it from A2 cows that are not pasteurized, possibly. Blood sugar is 86 to 90. Yeah, that's not good. 4 ounces of low sodium organic bone broth with butter in everything, soothing. 4 ounces, that's not a lot. 4 ounces low sodium organic bones with butter, evening. Soothing to my stomach while I'm healing leaky gut issues along with avocado and lemon. So that's great, Lynn, but a lot of people might react off of the lemon, so we gotta just keep it. You gotta be careful with that stuff. Okay, yeah, Deborah says to like. Oh, she says to like, close chat window. What is it? Hot thumbs up and reopen chat. You guys saw Deborah's comment. She's the moderator with the blue tool. Besides leaky gut, what causes autoimmunity? Lots of stuff. Smoking cigarettes, just the quality of food itself, pesticides. Glyphosate is a pesticide that really helps, destroy the gut wall. Chemicals, colors in foods. Medications can create leaky gut. You guys don't understand. It's like alcohol, medication, glyphosate, the dyes and colors and everything. I'm looking at people drink like fluorescent green BCAAs at the gym with this dye in it, and I'm just like, oh, you guys. Okay, glucose is 88, ketones 2.3. You're getting close, but you gotta get that blood sugar low. I mean, you're not fully ketotic with that blood sugar at 88. You're almost at 90 like that. Nope. Smash that like button, guys. Smash it. Okay, let's see. Do you think people feel better on a carnivore diet because of the oxalates in vegetables? No, Dom, because we're herbivores, I think that the people who do really, really well on the carnivore diet are people who have histamine issues. Yep. Because some people are sensitive, like you can't just go and eat one kind of meat. You could have an aversion to ground beef. You could have like sensitivities to that. You could have sensitivities to the bacteria on the meat because you don't know when it shipped to you. Who knows when the animal was slaughtered? And come on, you guys have poor gut biome. The bacteria is all out of whack. So people have histamine intolerance, even though eating aged meats, aged as in like bacteria growing on it, believe it or not, the bacteria that's growing on your meat should in fact actually help you because your body learns how to utilize that bacteria to balance the gut wall. But some people are so histamine, they just frack. They just got to seal that gut wall first. Okay, you talked about budget-friendly keto plan and what? Was it you talked about budget-friendly keto planning, including food? I missed it. No, I didn't talk about budget planning keto. No, I'm just talking about keto in general. So, like, how to plan. Okay, I've done so many live streams. Guys, I bought 6 pounds of beef liver for $12. Like, you can't get cheaper, right? It was grass-fed beef liver. So, you have to look at things differently and try to some of the organic, non-pesticide produce is going to be quite expensive, but you guys know I'm leaning more towards moderate to low protein and a very, very high fat. So that's really where your money is going to go. And no kombucha and gut shots. No, because a lot of people have histamine issues and that will create a problem. Plus the kombucha has just a little bit too much carbohydrate in it, these kombucha drinks. See, clean keto saved me tons of money. So yeah, RTY Pepe. Like the thing is, like keto on a budget is about eating high quality foods, but keto means like when you eat packaged foods or go to Starbucks or go to the store and you're buying packaged food or you've got to put something in your purse before running out the door, you're spending more money. All you people who eat lunch out at restaurants and whatnot or like quick food places from, when it comes to your job, a lot of you guys are thinking that it's so expensive, but it's actually not because people who eat a lot of carbs are always friggin' hungry and then make poor choices. Okay, do you recommend eating kidneys? Yes, kidney, heart, tongue, brains. I know you guys like brains, what? Tongue, it's quite tasty. Kidneys are tasty. The heart and liver. Is the stream lagging, you guys? Because if it's lagging, I'm gonna go. Better than you guys. Is it lagging or is it okay, you guys? Because I can't stand when this stuff starts lagging. I lose my mind. Not lagging. Okay. Alrighty. See here. Okay, good. All right. So you guys have more questions. We got 118 people on this Sunday, right? For those who are not in Australia. Like up the stream, guys. Like up the stream. Okay, let me see. I use 4 ounces of bone broth to soothe my gut in between meals. Too much protein can push up my blood sugar when I overdo it. Yes, and that's the thing, because you're just drinking protein. So there's less digestion involved, less fat to get to use all the enzymes and the peptides and pepsin and stomach acid to break down to get to the protein. Thank you, Anu. Thank you. What's my thought on canned sardines? I mean, try to not get them BPA cans. You know what I'm saying? Sardines is great, and they come in cans often. So if that's what you got, especially like budget, there you go, canned sardines. Okay, let's see. Laggy gut syndrome. I've never heard of that. You mean leaky? Oh, you mean leaky. So, well, you have to, be specific on that question. I don't know what you mean. Plus, you wrote laggy. Oxford. Let's see. I need an appointment with you to get it right. Yeah, probably optimal health, wellness, and wellness. Thank you, Stephanie. When it comes to keto, you're the real deal. Yes, I am, because I don't lie to you guys. I'm like, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be challenging. You have to learn about your health prior to, if you haven't started keto, know your health prior. If you've started, y'all got to listen to your body with a new ear and know your health on keto, because a lot of you guys don't know your existing health, and that's a really big problem. When people are asking me these questions, like, I can't answer them because I need more data, right? And if you don't give me more data, that means you don't know. Like, people don't know if they're cortisol driven. They're like, I've got energy all day long. But if they were to hang out with me and then we go lift, and I don't even lift heavy, but their tank burns out fast, I'm like, no, you don't have a lot of energy. Okay, would you recommend me drinking bone broth? That's if you don't have a glutamate problem, you guys. Bone broth releases glutamate because, we're cooking that stuff on low temperatures for 20, 30 hours. So it's releasing glutamate sometimes with ghee to help with my gut issues. So this is the dichotomy, right, Brianna? Sometimes the bone broth and the properties within the marrow are great for leaky gut. And then some people have this weird freaking sensitivity to glutamate, which is an amino acid, and then they have allergic reactions. This is really weird. That's why you have to do so much of your own research to know what's going on. Damn, I thought I missed it. It's okay. Is it okay to use boxed bone broth from store? I mean, Leto Keto, like, look, if that's all you got, I'm not gonna hate on you, but it's so cheap and easy to make your own. And I've got a 6-quart slow cooker, and I just literally put it in the freezer and just, if I make a lot of it. Let's see here. Ask if clean keto will correct insulin resistance. Yes, not just the keto, but clean keto to me is going to bed early. It's don't bring your cell phone, your laptop, or no TV screen in your bedroom. It's like using candlelight or using dimmer light and going to bed by 9 p.m. and not watching TV and exercising the proper way and breathing right and knowing your gut, knowing if you have histamine, knowing if you have gallbladder, knowing if you've got candida. And you have to pay attention to all those things. And de-stressing, diaphragmatic breathing and meditating and all that kind of hippy-dippy stuff. Let's see here. Or people consider hippy-dippy. So since doing keto carnivore, my energy and gut is better. Okay, even though doctor recommended more fiber. Don't listen to your doctor, Debbie. Some people actually, they don't eliminate the fiber. It freaking bulks up in their colon. That's why some people who've got constipation so bad, they'll do all these fiber supplements. They're like, I still can't poop. I'm like, stop with the fiber supplements. Be very, very careful, people. We're not supposed to be eating a bunch of fiber. It doesn't give us a lot of nutrition. It literally, we don't have the friggin' bacteria in our stomach to break down this fiber and turn it into a jelly, which is short chain amino acids to feed the body. Like, we can't use the fiber. So we're supposed to be able to poop. The reason why you can't poop is because you have some kind of, either you've got lazy colon, or you've got like a thyroid issue, but really one of the main reasons why is because people have poor gut biome balance. Only 2 weeks in. Awesome. See, hey Stephanie, are you still using the LED red light? No, because it gave me melasma on my face. No. So no, I stopped it. I'm using it on the body, but not the face. You learn. You live and you learn. Let me see, cut my fiber and had runny shites. Yeah, so Dom, you might want to work on your gut biome. So that's a whole thing. I would Google some fecal matter transplantation, okay? Plus, I don't know what your sleep is like. I don't know what type of protein or vegetables that you were actually eating. I'm not saying to cut out your fiber. But if you're taking fiber supplements, I would rethink that because it's very, very hard on your colon. And y'all, we must protect that colon. Okay, so someone asked earlier, how long, wait a minute, how long should you have good numbers before knowing you are adapted? Probably like, I mean, 3 months is kind of short. I'd be like 6 months solid. Because people are so impatient. I really like say like do it a year and make sure that you can balance out not only your numbers, it's not about your numbers, but also your symptoms for a nice cool year. Melasma. So melasma is like, and it was hard for me because I have freckles on my face too, so I have freckles and melasma. It's hyperpigmentation. So, can you see, cat, your body loses fat all over, all areas the most take longer notice. Check your waist size. We got another mod. We got Richard in the house. What's up, Richard? What's up? Salads bad. No salads, people, on keto. A lot of you guys have an aversion to the plants. The anti-nutrients in plants, they're not very digestible, and they inflame your small intestine and large. Be very careful. What's up, Richard? Okay, fiber seems to cause more harm than good. Yeah, because man, a lot of people will do no one can poop, especially women, and they're doing all these type of what is it called? What's that chemical fiber? People, Metamucil, they'll use that. They'll use glycerin up their bum. They'll use which gives you lazy colon. They'll use all these things, and they still can't poop. So be careful. What is your carb count? I love my mods in the house. Give me a little bit of break. Thank you, Richard. What do you do? How do you seal the gut wall? So sealing the gut wall is really eliminating the foods that created the hole. So you got to do a ton of experimentation by isolating foods to see how you react. If you get tired, use your glucometer. If you get bloated, if you can't sleep, then it could be a particular food that you're eating. So you have to really go and see what food is causing you problems. I'm talking more plant foods. Also, you have to look at the quality of meats. You guys are still buying processed meats. Still, people that I coach are eating salami and freaking bologna and ham. And I'm like, no, and hot dogs. I'm like, you guys stop eating processed meats so much and stick to the whole foods, guys. Whole foods. You see, you have to watch your dairy products. Yeah. So Debbie seems to probably have an aversion to the dairy. A lot of people who develop histamine intolerance and small intestine issues tend to not do well with liverwurst is processed. I think that different companies use different processing systems. If you take liver, it literally pastes out really, really well. So I'm not a liverwurst. Sorry, I just stayed in Sweden too long. Liverwurst too much, so I couldn't tell you how they process it. So you can Google and get back to us on it. See why bacon is class 1 carcinogen. I don't know. Wolf Kelly is probably the processed kind. Who knows? How do I prepare my cow liver? You guys, I've done live stream. I actually did a live stream when I was prepping my beef liver. I was taking the liver and I was marinating it in butter for an hour so the liver doesn't turn green, because the iron bleeds out to the surface of the meat, the outside, and it looks moldy, but it's not. And then I just pan fried it very quickly, just on the outside, and have the inside be pink and sort of raw, right? So with a lot of these raw foods, I really think that they need to be careful. Some of them, I don't know. It just depends. Our stomach is quite acidic, but if you have low stomach acid and then you're putting raw meat with a lot of bacteria in it, you might have some problems. So searing on the outside your raw meat will kill off the bacteria that's been collecting as it's been shipped to you or sitting in the supermarket for 2 weeks. It might kill off some of that bacteria so you can get to the center. Let me see. Appreciate you guys. You always were how do I fix my gallbladder? How do I fix my leaky gut? How do I fix my low stomach acid? Get some sleep. Nobody sleeps. I mean, I could tell you do this and that and this and that and rotate your foods and find out what foods are giving you histamine issues, and stop drinking alcohol, stop smoking cigarettes, stop drinking coffee, stop eating inflammatory foods, learn how to diaphragmatic breathe, learn how to get your central nervous system to react, stop being so adrenal stimulated. It's like 5,000 billion things. So I'm like, if you can sleep really well and hit good REM cycles, that means your inflammatory markers have gone down and your body's allowing you to sleep. So that's a big one. But how you do it is like a million ways, and this stream can't go that long because time goes by real fast, you guys. It's already almost been an hour on this dang thing. We got 123 people in the chat. Can you guys, if you don't mind, to get up the freaking likes for this 51-year-old woman, or almost 51. Okay. Let's see, where am I located? I'm in Los Angeles. Let's see, you buy your liverwurst from grasslandbee.com. There you go. Bam. Bam. Can't handle more than 150 grams of fat. So Amanda, sounds like your gallbladder. So, you gotta go and check the symptoms for that ASAP. Animal fat versus plant fat. It's all about animal fat. We're not made out of plant fat. We are animal fat. We are animal fat. You must eat animals. Right? Mono, largely, saturates, and poly. Plus the fat-soluble vitamins that is devoid in avocado oil. Although, it's high in antioxidants. Plants are really great to cleanse, right? And detoxify the body. But nutrition and chunky vitamins are always going to come from the animal fat. And not these oils that spoil. Yo, that rhymes. Chef dinner. You just liked and subscribe. Oh, thank you. Is it Kat Harlan? Thank you. Let me see. Best everyday cold lunch ideas to pack to replace salads, drumsticks, broccoli, butter. Had no idea salads was hurting. See? Lynn's like, I had no idea salads were hurting my gut. She proves my point right there. Thank you, Lynn, for making that comment. To be honest, you could do yolks. You could do whole eggs, but for you, I would probably do yolks. People should try new meats. Like you could do lamb near the rib. You could do pork belly. You could bring some cooked spinach, some avocado, right? Get that large mono, and very good for glutathione production, your internal glutathione production. And, the right ratios of fat. Bring some lard, some tallow, some butter if you don't have any sensitivity to it. Oh, I missed something. Hold on. Oh, thank you, Richard. You don't have to. Richard, stop. Thank you, though, Richard. Thank you. You're so awesome. My mod donated to me. And Richard and Deborah are mods on my private Facebook keto course as well. So thank you so much. Richard, did you try to go for the keto carnivore? I'm just kind of curious if you've started trying to try that. Do that. Let's see. LOL, the Facebook group through her website is more, it's $15. Richard's writing it down. It's $15 a month. It's a subscription membership. So you could do it 1 month and decide, no, I'm good. And it's just $15. Or you can do it, today I sat and spoke on the dang thing for 2 hours, and I also do mini consultations that are a part of that $15 a month. So if you're paying X amount of money for a one-on-one with me through my website, or you can do a one-on-one with me in the on the course page, and it's like 10 times cheaper that way. See, I have to sneak this stuff in my house. Wait, what's it say? Doesn't support keto. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. We keep trying. You keep working on them, okay? You keep working on them. Let's see here. What are your thoughts on skirt steak? Not fatty enough. Chicken wings. It's okay from time to time, Terry. Get some organ meats. Get some ribeye if you can afford it. Get some lamb near the rib, or pork bellies. Pastured pork belly. Shouldn't we be concerned about lipotoxicity? No. From what? What are you talking about? Well, lipotoxicity from what? I don't know. You must have read something ridiculous. I mean, I'm not saying you're ridiculous. My bad. How do I change the donation amount? I have no idea. Does anybody Richard, how do you get off of this da-da-da 99? I don't even know how you do it. People want to donate an even number because it's so annoying to see like 4.99 or 1.99. How do you make it? How did you make it $5 even? So Richard, can you post how you did that? Because I have no idea how you did that. Oh, Shala did it. So Shala can explain how she just did it. Thank you, Shala, for donating a 2 to the super chat. Thank you. Cow heart, and it's $2 a pound. You guys hear that? So somebody found the heart, which is less people. I like liver more than heart, but supposedly liver has more of a bitter taste. I don't taste anything bitter though. Yay, Shala! Yay! Click on the amount, back source something. Okay, right on, Stephanie. You are the best. Thank you so much. And a lot of really cute emojis. Barbie loves the truth. She's getting it, honey. Panic attacks in weeks. Yes, Shala, that's what's up. Okay, so Richard's fully on keto carnivore. Thank you, Richard. I was just wondering. And how's your digestion going, Richard? How is it? Veggies. What about veggies? Give me like a sentence. Awesome. In Atlanta, Georgia. At the Hala meat store. Travel in. Yes, child, I need to travel soon. There is so much going on in my life right now where it's prevented me from traveling. Primarily this book. And I'm thinking about the end of before December, I will be going somewhere far. I will be on a plane to New Zealand, or I will be going to Japan, or I might go to India, but I will be going somewhere, okay? I am going to go somewhere warm in December. I will be out. You could do cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, kale, asparagus, cabbage. Green beans are not cruciferous, but they're low in carbohydrates, and just make sure you saute them. My mom is on a gluten-free diet and a FODMAPs, so no judgment from her. My brother thinks that you're nuts, okay? Because I don't eat bread and starches, and you're the one that's nuts. That's so funny. But I don't care. My health is more important. Like Lynn, seriously, I don't give a crap. Like I've just done this for so long, and I've learned so much about the body that when people start trying to make me, don't you miss ice cream? I'm like, I can make ice cream tomorrow. But don't you miss bread? I can make bread tomorrow. Oh, don't you miss pizza? I can make pizza tomorrow or tonight. You know, I don't miss it. I don't crave sugar. I'm good. No. Okay, please finish the book. No, I don't want to finish the book. You know, I'm just working so hard for a year and a half on the thing. I'm just going to leave it. Okay, can people keto adapt without ghee? Of course. Of course. Will lard suffice? Yes. Yes. Oh, there's no lactose in butter, Amanda. There's no lactose, so there's none. There's 0 lactose. So, Jackie, it's been a long time. Jackie, what's up? Steph, cut the veggies out, and my arthritis is good, right? Allergic, what? What'd you say? Hold on. Allergic, carnivore keto? Yeah, you should go carnivore keto. Derek, rotate meats every 3 days. Yes. Are canned green beans okay? I don't know. No, eat some fresh ones, honey. Thank you, Gins. Thank you for the $4.99. Well, I guess I just have to accept it's being that odd number. It's like, right? How annoying is that? Yeah. Gins is the best. Thank you. Amanda, yes. Beef tallow, duck, fat, etc. Elia, yes. Let's see here. Hey, honey. What's up, Jackie? What's up? And to use bacon. Yes, but I'm bored. You know, like I've got everything. I've got bacon. I've got pork belly. I've got ribeye, ground beef in my freezer, and I'm bored. So salmon, tons of salmon, and I'm just eating a lot of organ meats right now. I'm just addicted. Yeah, but please. How do you measure if you're in ketosis? Well, you sleep well, you hit REM sleep, your wounds heal, your freaking gut dysbiosis goes exponentially down. You have consistent energy, you have the strength gains, your hormones balance. Yes, you have good stools, you produce stool. That's what's up. Inflammation goes down, brain fog and the craving of sugar goes away. Yes. Okay, thoughts on insect meat? Never tried it. No thoughts. None. None. Maybe I should go back to China and try it. It's a really live video. Yeah, I know I'm getting more. I'm not into the carnivore diet per se, but I think it's really good for those who have issues with digesting the anti-nutrients that are in plants. I'm like, okay, just cut it out. And I was having people cut out the veggies and not even thinking about doing any research on the carnivore diet. I was already, well, like, maybe cut it out, you know. Now, and I would say, oh, rotate it back in, because I always feel like if you cut everything clean out, then your ability to just deal with the inflammation will go away and you won't be able to tolerate it at all. But I don't think that you can have both. I think if you truly want the gut to heal, you got to just cut it out. Stuff. How about t-shirts? Yeah, I mean, there's so many things I gotta do. I'm freaking just. Can you imagine me starting t-shirts? I would never get the book done. I will start t-shirts and caps, although this is not a friggin' keto cap today. Let me see. Did I miss somebody? Thank you, Amanda. Thank you for donating to the super chat. You guys are awesome. Thank you for appreciating the content. Thank you. U.S. Wellness Meats makes a blend of burger and heart meat. Okay, 55-45 blend. That would be very interesting. I'd love to taste that. Now, I'm supposed to give a call to U.S. Wellness Meats, but I just haven't done it yet. Okay, what's up? Where is a good place to buy organ meat? So, if anybody else can answer that question for her. I don't know locally where you live, but local farms, Whole Foods, or some of the online things like U.S. Wellness Meats does. Do you eat veggies? Yeah, of course I eat veggies, because I'm not doing full. I don't have the histamine intolerance that people have. I don't have seasonal allergies. My poop sinks. I'm never bloated. I rarely fart. I don't get tired after I eat vegetables. Is my body affected by them? Yes, but I was never a huge vegetable eater anyway. So why would I cut it out? So it's going to be good for some detoxification, for the body, right? Chelation factors. Let's see. Steph, do you get your liver from U.S. Wellness Meats? No, I have Whole Foods down the street, so I just go there. So minimal, let's see, and they had beef heart too. So mineral water is suggested daily for potassium and magnesium. There's no potassium mineral water. No. I don't know how much potassium. There's not going to be a lot, guys. And if you've got good potassium storages, you can get it from organ meats or from bone marrow or from spinach or avocado. I don't know if you have a histamine issue, but I wouldn't be drinking a lot of bubble water, because that definitely does bloat my stomach out like that. See, what is a typical dinner for you, Steph? I don't have a typical dinner, because I just literally eat what I feel like eating. So like I said, I've got like every meat in my freezer, but lately in the last 3 weeks, I've been eating between liver and beef heart. And I still have like organic veggies are starting to spoil, because I started taking them down. So I've got right now in my refrigerator, I've got broccoli, I've got a ton of spinach, avocado, and cauliflower. Those are the vegetables I have in my fridge right now. And all cooked. Took to the butcher. Yep. Don't you get farts in the sign of what? Don't you fart. It's a sign of keto. That's a bunch of crap. Who told you that? Somebody lied to you, honey. Okay. I'll be adventurous. Yeah, Derek. Really well. A doctor won't mention with a B at the beginning of his last name is like 10 cups of veggies a day. Yeah, but see, optimal people are all on these trends. Look, we are omnivorous. We are designed, and most animals are omnivorous. We are designed to sit and eat vegetables and protein, mainly fatty meats, right? But people develop leaky gut through glyphosate, pesticides. They develop leaky gut through drinking too much alcohol, caffeine, dyes, wheat, cheese, hormone injected corn fed meat, and so therefore then they would need to go on a carnivore diet. But do you need 10 cups of veggies every day if you have good gut motility and you can take a dump? You don't. That is not true. And that's what I'm learning. Thank you, Jackie. What's up? Thank you for donating to the super chat. You guys, we just have to learn more about our primal body. We are mammals, so we wouldn't have these Frankenstein plant source foods every day eaten out of season. We wouldn't. That's the reason why you guys are developing all the anti-nutrients, the salicylates and oxalates and goitre, blah, 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 all the stuff, the anti-nutrients that are in plants. That's the reason why people are having such gut issues compacted with poor sleep and stress and alcohol and caffeine and chemicals and blah, 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 processed food and wheat and all that kind of stuff. Let's see. Sure. Regularly catches wood rat tastes great with garlic. Okay, cool. Derek, never tried it. Monsanto, my favorite company, just has to pay, what is it, 285 million for the pesticide, fungus, etc. Fungicides. Thanks, Steph. Just got on your broadcast. Thank you, Jackie. I think we're entering the hour I will be on for 4 more minutes. Do you guys have any last questions? Spinach cooked. It actually helps bring, especially boiled spinach will help raise the level of potassium and cook down the anti-nutrients that you guys might have an aversion to if you have poor gut issues. See, will the use of BCAAs throw you out of keto? BCAAs, Anu, are processed man junk. Okay, get your BCAAs from red meat and from organ meats. You don't need your branched chain amino acids from a chemical that somebody made in a lab. No, that's really bad on the organs like your liver. If one is reacting to ghee, should you wait? No, just get rid of the ghee. Just get rid of it. That's a definite sign of leaky gut. See lame or fat better. See, thank you, lady, throwing the BCAAs out. Yes, honey. Okay, you just started the carnivore diet and have a question regarding the food since I can only eat bacon for breakfast and cheeseburger patties for dinner. No. What do you mean you can only eat that? What you talking about? That's definitely not carnivore. If you're gonna do a carnivore diet, you have to eat like organ meats and high quality grass-fed meats because you need super high nutritious protein and fatty meats, or you're not going to do very well eating all that other stuff. Are nitrates an absolute no? Yes, Derek. There now. Do you listen to any podcasts? I used to, but I get bored. Like I've listened to Tim Ferriss and Joe Rogan and sometimes like it's like trying to weed through the stuff that irritates me to get to the stuff that I find really interesting. So sometimes I like to watch the Joe Rogan, like people will cut up his live streams and his podcast, and then I'll watch those. Otherwise, I'm just watching debates right now between a cardiologist who's a PhD, who's a meat eating omnivore, or a vegan. I want to hear their arguments, and then I go and look up the stuff myself. On the slow carb diet, too many beans. Yeah, I haven't watched a Tim Ferriss podcast in like probably almost a year at this juncture. Okay, so ketone can adapt on animal fat. Should I not include 200 grams? What? If you can't adapt on animal, what do you mean? I don't understand if you can't. If you're not adapting on animal fat, then it's not the fat that's the problem. It's something else that you're doing, like your macros are off, your sleep is off, your inflammation is off, your inflammatory markers are off, your CRP markers are high, your TPO markers are high. You're not breathing. I mean, I don't understand. Not to sound like a jerk. Let me see. Jordan Peterson, if you're familiar with him, he expressed great satisfaction with carnivore diet. Yeah, I know all that stuff. But people do the carnivore diet the wrong way. They don't, some people just do it. They're like, find out, like, all these diets are stupid trends. I can't stand it. People don't know their existing health. They have no idea. They learn nothing about physiology and their own physiology. They just start doing these diets, and people start eating a lot of, let's say, hamburger meat, and then they have like really bad histamine response, and they're like, oh, but it's carnivore. They don't eat enough fat, or they don't eat enough fatty meats, and then they have issues with that. Let's see, what do we got? Let me see. I don't eat red meat, so how to get my BCAAs? By eating red meat. Retrain your thinking and your body. Yes. Right? You don't eat chicken heart? Chicken liver? Did you say, what? I did all, you did all I said at your appointment, but still have super greasy, hairy, greasy, loose, please help. I don't know what's going on. Have you tried, I don't know what's going on. I mean, I don't know if you're doing ox bile. I don't know if you're doing too much ox bile. I don't know if you're doing betaine. I don't know if you're meditating. I don't know if you turn off the TV early. I don't know if you're diaphragmatic breathing. I don't know if you're eating something that's giving you a histamine response, which is turning your stool greasy and not, I don't know. Don't know. That's why you always need to write down all data, so when you come at me, you're like, when you're saying you did everything I said, that's like everything. The extreme would be to go to bed by 9. It would be diaphragmatic breathe every hour. It'd be straight in your plumb line, right? It would be exercising 6 days out of the week, if not exercising, walking. Like, there's so many things. So I'm so, like, I talk with such energy. I don't mean to sound like rude. Ghee is not good. Ghee is fine, but some people have histamine intolerance to the small amounts of milk proteins, even in ghee. I pan fry my meat. Just sear it really quick on the outside. Flip. Yeah, I put it on the pan, flip, and that's it. Like, cooking, pan frying your meat is very carcinogenic, but carcinogenic. But if you don't cook it very long, it's better, or, you can boil your meat. That would be the best, right? But baking is just going to cook out everything. Let me see here. Chicken broth, whole chickens, and throw them away. Let's see, does animal fat get included into the 200 grams per day? Yeah, it is the main source of fat, Nicole. So it factors in, by, let's say, 75 to 80% of your total fat per day. No tilapia, no baby cakes, no. I meant to say that I have super greasy hair and greasy hair loss. Please help. Oh, I'm sorry. Too many questions, running too fast. Sometimes I'll miss something, I'll read it wrong, so I apologize for that. You might be a candidate for this keto carnivore if you're having this greasy hair reaction. Bike. Everybody likes my electric bike. Somebody's like, oh my god, I can't believe you have your bike in your apartment. I was like, it's on a mat, it's not touching the carpet, but if I left it in my parking garage, it would be stolen by tomorrow morning. So thank you. Potassium in organ meat. Yeah, not a lot, but there is. Okay guys, we are over an hour, and as you know, I tend to go way over time. Finally, we got the likes over the amount of people. If we can give it one more like for those who've come later in the stream and you guys want me to return story time. I just, my stories take too long, and I'm so behind on everything, and then everybody gets on my case for not finishing my book because I keep doing stuff that takes way too, like, I really shouldn't be streaming today. I already did an earlier stream and consultations and errands, so I've literally almost gotten nothing done when it comes to paperwork. I use cinnamon as my dry shampoo. Interesting, because it's antimicrobial, right? See here, do you supplement? Now, potassium supplements are really toxic for the liver, so no, you try to get that through, unless you meant supplementation through food. I use cinnamon as my dry shampoo, works great, smells fantastic. Yes. Okay, I've been doing your keto, strictly only good meats and veggies, 12 tablespoons of butter extra since November. And how do you, oh, because you still have the greasy hair. Meats and veggies. I would say to try to do a carnivore diet for a week, keep your fats the same high, and I would cut out the butter and try lard, because you might be having a problem with the butter. Yeah. I would try to do carnivore. Keto carnivore, keep your fats at 200, get really high quality meats, definitely the organ meats for a week. Cut out the veggies, see what happens. You guys are like, story time, story time. Oh my goodness, pressure. How long can leaky gut take to heal? A year. A year. Just straight up a year. Okay, just did no greens. Staff Deborah or Richard, my ketone meter was at 1.5, glucose 79, but your ketones were at 1.5 and glucose is 79, but my keto urine strips was purple because you're not using, if you have purple strips, you're not using your ketones. Plus your ketones are on the lower side, so the lower side of good. Where do you get good avocados in Cali? I have no idea. Probably at the farmer's market. You can get your potassium from spinach or avocado, bone marrow, pickle juice. Where else? Organ meats, but there's not a lot. Isn't hair loss and greasy hair a symptom of low vitamin D as well? Could be. But like vitamin D is so responsible for so many action potentials, especially vitamin D is so important for your thyroid. So it could be your thyroid. And, you know, we got to factor in your sleep quality. Nobody's sleep is good. So if you're losing hair, like it could be the vegetables that are creating a histamine response, an inflammatory response. The hair loss could be a lack of enough D3 production. I just don't know. And I haven't talked to you since November, and that's almost a year ago. I just don't know. For the carnivore diet, for 1 week. Yes, for 1 week. Just for a week as an experiment. Avocado is awesome. How do you feel about oxalate foods? Yeah, I mean, the whole thing about the carnivore diet is that people have problems on oxalates. So, or some do and some don't. Cook them. Cook your oxalates. People don't, yeah, so Jackie, the whole thing is that we're eating plants out of season. And we're eating Frankenstein vegetables. Like, broccoli's not even a real food. It's made from cabbage. We selectively breed and hybridize these plants to not be in their natural form anymore, and then they're high in anti-nutrients, high in fiber, and high in these plant chemicals. And some people who have leaky gut from, like, you know, their mother didn't breastfeed them, you know, they drank alcohol, too much caffeine, like cheese, like pesticides, then their gut gets so destroyed that when they eat the vegetables, they develop histamine intolerance and have too much histamine from the mast cells. And so the way to heal the gut wall is to eliminate the adjutants, which would be the chemicals and the caffeine and the alcohol and some of these veggies for those. But you have to test to see which ones you're reacting to. Carnivore is like getting rid of plants. So there's like no plants. That's carnivore. That's true. But I wanted keto carnivore, not I eat some plants and call it carnivore. Then that would just still be keto, straight keto with not the carnivore, you know, title to it. Diaphragmatic breathing. I'm not an expert, Jessica, for all means, but it's in through the nose, and then your diaphragm opens up, your belly fills with air, and then you blow out slowly, and you do that 4 times every hour to relax your central nervous system, because a lot of you guys have too much cortisol production and overstimulated adrenals. Too much cortisol. Yes, carnivore, only animal products and a lot of animal fat. Thumbs up, right? Lynn's like, thumbing it up. Okay, what can help a better quality of sleep rather than regular schedule diaphragmatic breathing? Blue light blocking glasses, using candle lights, using red lights, blue light blocking bulbs, the blue light bulbs, blocking bulbs, red bulbs, orange bulbs. Don't look at TV, don't watch your computer, don't look at your computer from bed. Cut off all the technology an hour before you go to bed, like visual technology, meditation. Don't do showers and clean your apartment or home right before bedtime. Tons of stuff. Magnesium. I don't know if you can eat ribeye every day. I don't know if you have a sensitivity to it. I have no idea. You have to diversify. We never ate just mono food, so you've got to find out what works for you by doing a lot of experimentation. If I don't know you, I can't tell you what to do, or I'm in trouble. Like if I'm really specific. Okay, see. No sweaty balls going on here. No sweaty elephant hairy balls. Nope. Okay, so Paul writes, Stephanie, any suggestions on what position is best to sleep at? People say on your side with a pillow between your legs. That's what I've read. Say, I feel like you might know because your knee injury. Can you explain proper posture for standing and for sitting? Oh yes, straight plumb line, you guys. A lot of you guys have uh, tilted pelvic girdles and pronated shoulders. So you got to straighten that whole thing up and have a straight head, ear, chin, shoulder, hip, back. And when you're sitting at a desk, don't lean and don't slouch forward. Sit upright. Do core exercises. Do freaking yoga. I don't care. Do Pilates, right? But build that core so your muscles are straight. Like, my cousin is a physical therapist. He suggests I sleep on my back with my neck supported, but I refuse. I mean, I don't know what type of injuries you might have. What is your opinion on indoor humidity? I have no idea. Like, not my arena. Where can I get healthy organ meats? I might have missed the answer. You can get it from uswellnessmeats.com, from Whole Foods, or just Google in your area if there's any type of grass-fed organic butcher or farms nearby. Let's see, raw meat versus cooked. There's different arguments. I'm not an expert at it. I'm not a carnivore expert whatsoever. I'm not a real primal, I don't know what they call themselves, but I presume that if you guys have low stomach acid and messed up guts and leaky gut, that you should sear on the outside your meats, right? Because you want to kill off that outside bacteria if you guys have low stomach acid. And, problems, dysbiosis, dysbiotic gut. But if you guys were to slaughter your own freaking animal and saw what he ate, I presume that you could probably do a mixture between the two. But I don't know enough to say if you should go for full carnivore, because I'm not a carnivore dieter. I'm not. I'm an omnivore. I eat an omnivore diet, and I'm recommending trying a keto carnivore for anyone who's got histamine intolerance. Anyone. The rest of you all, I'm like, I'm not going to suggest that, especially if I haven't done it. Then I'm not the expert on it. Thank you, Barbie. Steph is my inspiration. I'm 53. 5'6" and weigh 120 pounds. I'm like, yeah, we need to get some muscle on you, Barbie, so your weight goes up. That's too low. Like, I just measured. Somebody's like, oh my God, Stephanie, you're so thin. And then people are like, you're so bloated. Like, people don't understand, like, men, especially men don't understand when your menstrual cycle starts, you get a little water retentive. I tried to explain that on my video, that sometimes I'll look more ripped and sometimes I'll look more puffy because, we've got crazy cycles that completely make your body go, rah, 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 rah. Men, learn about the female menstruation. Like, somebody's like, you look so thin. Then 2 days later, you look so big. Okay, there are no veggies I eat most. I've always rotated all of them, all the cruciferous family. I've always done that. And same with the protein. Same. I get bored. So I'll do like organ meats, and I've done chicken thighs, and I've done wings, and I've done salmon, I've done sardines, and I've done lamb, and I've done pork, and I've done all this kind of stuff. Yes, keto should definitely help with the sciatic nerve pain. You've definitely got to learn some sciatic stretches, keyhole stretches through the leg on your back. You've got to really straighten that posture and try not to sit. That's the thing with diaphragmatic breathing. People sit too much and stand too much, and it aggravates that sciatic nerve. But definitely keto should take down the inflammation. Yes. Okay, guys, I've gone 113 minutes, which meant that now I'm not going to be able to do story time, or else I'll be on for 2 hours. You guys know I will. So you'll have to see me in the next couple days. Let's see, Paul says 3 meals, 3 snacks versus 5 equally sized meals. No, you can't do equally sized meals. You don't even need that much food. What was it? Let me read this right. Which one and why? People only need to eat that many times per day if they have hypoglycemia, right? To reestablish their glucagon and insulin relation. right? To bring down their stress so they're not so adrenal driven. Otherwise, there's no way that you would ever need to eat 5-6 times a day. So in the beginning, when you first do keto, and another reason why people do snacks in between is to get their fats up. So you have to eat a lot of dietary fat to start the conversion of dietary fat into ketones, and then eventually, by getting the stress down, to access body fat as ketones. What percentage of macros work for you? 85. It's 80% 80% fat, 15%. Now I think my carb count's gone down to and my fat has probably gone up. I'm probably higher. No, I'm probably 80% fat. So I'm probably 85% fat, sitting more around 10%. No, probably 15-ish protein and less than 5% carbohydrate. But I haven't counted. That's why I'm just guessing. Let's see. Eat once usually. No, that's not. You can't do it. You can't eat once a day. Not on keto. No, that's not going to happen. No, you're going to go into gluconeogenesis. That's going to dysregulate your system. You just can't eat once a day. You just can't. Unless you're going to go relax. Would you recommend small, frequent meals for people with slow digestion? Yes. Especially if you've got digestive issues, which means low stomach acid. Not enough equipment to digest food. Steph, I kicked myself out of ketosis last night and had a 0.1 reading today. Woke up to 0.5 reading. Is that normal? Okay. I mean, I need to know more. You had a 0. I don't know what you ate. You said you went from a 0.1 to 0.5. I don't understand. I mean, you could have made that 0.5 when you were sleeping, not eating anything. Let's see, but I'm not hungry. Besides, anything under 1 is really, really not worth getting anything over. Like, what was your blood sugar as well? Karina, eat smaller breakfast. Yeah. That's if you guys have poor digestion, low stomach acid issues, histamine, like you've got leaky gut. Okay, guys, don't fast. Nope, don't fast. You're gonna, especially if you're female, like you might put your thyroid under risk. And you need to know people do this fasting stuff and they just frack themselves up. I keep saying this over and over and over and over again, and what's wrong with fasting? And I never see these people look healthy. Never. I've never seen it, ever. And I've worked with, because you guys know I consult every day. I'm talking to people every day who fast. It's not working. They're always losing muscle. I don't mean to be like loud. I'm just get excited and all that crap. You see, so much misinformation. Yes. Some Facebook keto groups and what is it? What? Would you write O2? What is that? What? I don't even know if you accidentally type some words. Gear YouTubers? I'm gonna follow your advice. Okay, thank you. Yeah, there's just a lot of it, because people are people in a hurry. They want to have weight loss, they want to have the gains, they want to look, we're such an aesthetic society. People do not learn what their existing health is before trying these dietary trends, right? What if you have an aversion to red meat? What if you have low stomach acid and you can't even freaking eat red meat because your stomach acid, it doesn't have enough equipment to digest the red meat because you weren't eating meat before? You can't just do what people say. What if you have chronic hypoglycemia and low T3 and then you fast and then you completely downregulate your systems even more? What if you don't get enough electrolytes fasting? People don't think. I don't have time. Sorry, Jessica, for story time. I just ate it up with 20 minutes more of questions. A glucose reader is necessary, Debbie. I've been doing this for 10 years and I've worked with almost 3,000 people right now. It works. It's great because your fluctuations in everything, like your estrogen dominance, your poor sleep, your high cortisol, especially if it's inverted, if you wake up several times throughout the night and you check your blood sugar, it may not be a perfect number to what it actually is, because they all read differently, but it puts you in that ballpark range. And you can also see the trend of blood sugar as it goes up and down. That is correct. It totally works. It's amazing. The glucometer, I've coached people without a glucometer, with a glucometer, and I've worked with thousands and thousands of people at this joint, thousands, every day, constantly. Plus, I've talked to people, I do live streams, I do a keto course group, I know what I'm doing. At this point, arrogantly enough, I can say I know what I'm doing. Before, no. Alcohol is it just tears up the gut wall. That ethanol is just bad for the mucus lining. It just eats the stomach up. That's why alcoholics get ulcers. Oh, it's bad. Bad. Not ignorant truth. You're welcome, Phil. Okay, guys, I overtalk. I get excited, and I'm afraid of them. You have to cut your fingers. There a better way. What? Better way for the glucometer? Oh, that's why you don't like to test your finger. Nope, there's not a better way. I always try to find the answer, and I think I just got to tell people the way it is and go to the next question. Let me see. 1 sip of apple cider vinegar, lemon, and Himalayan salt all day. Total tablespoons. Apple cider vinegar. Is this too much? I don't know, MB. I don't know. I really don't know. When I wake up stressed, my blood glucose is in the 80s, so I don't know what to make of it. It's not high gluconeogenesis, but test your blood sugar all day long. It could spike in the 90s post-workout. It could spike in the 90s in the afternoon. Take a day out of the week one time and test the algorithms of your blood sugar post-meals to see if it spikes even higher than 80s. Fasted, that's not bad fasted. But will it spike after eating a particular food later in the day? My grandma lived to 89 and drank coffee. Yes, but your grandmother was 89. I mean, when I was born in 67, the freaking meat was still grass-fed. These people were able to develop their gut and their freaking immune system where there wasn't a bunch of pesticides and glyphosate. That's why they can smoke cigarettes and still live, you guys. The strength of their DNA was stronger than ours. We're just born in chemicals, slothed in freaking toxins. That's why people die and get cancer now. They didn't have like Pop-Tarts. Your grandmother wasn't eating no Pop-Tarts when she was growing up. Child. Sorry. Let's see here. Recently talked about introducing carbs back into restart the keto. No, I never use restart. You mean physically to start again? Maybe instead of a bit higher protein. No, not always higher fat, not protein. XSX, slow carbs 1 month. Well, I'm not sure of the question. Maybe because I'm trying to get off and I'm just reading too fast. Chris, if you don't want your damage, you keep drinking coffee. Yeah, Carissa, what I've learned, Richard, is that people will come onto my stream and I'll say something and then they'll challenge it. But they don't challenge me. I'm Carissa. Is it Carissa? Carissa, I am not trying to sound like an a-hole. I'm just trying to be kind of honest. I kind of don't care that your grandmother drank coffee at 89. You're not asking me to present some type of data why do you think that my grandmother and then is 89 drink coffee her whole life? And I'd say, well, probably because she wasn't doing these X, Y, and Z things in the generation that she was born in, and that's potential. Maybe her epigenetics from her grandmother wasn't exposed to as many toxins or high carbohydrate foods, and so when she was born, she had a stronger gut and DNA. So Carissa. And I'm learning this lesson because I live streamed yesterday on my Instagram, which my Instagram is Stephanie Ketogenic, and my Facebook is Stephanie the Business Person. That's the free page, and I still post there every day. But I'm at 51. I'm almost turned 51 now. I'm learning that if you challenge me, I don't care. The caring, the triggerness becomes less and less. I just kind of don't care. And now my mods are trying to pacify Carissa and try to, some people you can just never make happy. And I really think, Carissa, that if you don't trust what I'm saying, don't. Just go somewhere else or do your research. But, people telling me stupid things like I intermittent fast and I look great, but you don't have a picture so I can see what you look like. Let's upload a video, go to my Facebook and upload a video on the wall. Let me see what you look like. Let's talk. So when people challenge me, I'm like, okay, but I kind of don't care because you don't matter. You know what I mean? My mama matters, right? some of these people that have stayed in consistent contact with me that I've seen on Skype and talked to matter, because they become my friends and I get to know them over the last couple years. But these ridiculous comments, it just gets boring. Like, first I'm looking at her and I'm trying to be nice and I'm trying to answer everyone, and then there's that one person who's like the thorn, right? They look like the little rose thorn. Bang, 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 bang. See, mods? Even the mods have to deal with this garbage. The Magic Pill movie. No, I've met tons of people one-on-one. Tons. Let's see. Martin's like, word stuff. I just, a part of doing these live streams all the time is learning, because this is not natural. Like, none of you guys really know who I am. Like, this stuff is not natural. You guys aren't, like, in this apartment with me. And, like, so a lot of people who do this streaming, you don't know how to act. You do stupid stuff. In retrospect, you're like, okay, that was stupid, but I guess I had to do it to learn that lesson. But now I kind of don't care. Netflix. Okay, guys, it's time to go. And those recipes are made with coconut butters and junk, and they're also made with like pumpkin seed butter, and they're made with peanut butter and almond butter. There's no way around it. No coffee, no cheese, right? Pal's all like, look, I know you addicted to your coffee, baby cakes. You do your thing. Drink your coffee. Drink it. Enjoy it. All right. Thank you, you guys. If the people who are still left in this chat want to like up the stream, you guys want to let me know you want me to come back, please do so. I hate saying this. How lame. But that is a part of the stupid future that we're going into, like Black Mirror. Yeah, I just had a rant. No, to be honest, Jackie, you haven't seen me. I have ranted so much harder. You should have seen me yesterday on my Instagram. I was all like this. This one was like, I intermittent fast and I look great. I was like, yeah, let's present yourself. I was all up like this. Today, I'm totally not ranting. Yeah, Chris is trolling. People just, they get all up in it, and it's just to learn how to just ignore them. I don't have to read the comments. Thanks, guys. Thank you. You guys are awesome to come to the chat and to listen to little stuff. I try my best. When people are dogmatic, sometimes it's just because they want to justify their addictions. Manuel, child, I gotta put a heart around the comment. That was perfectly said. That was epic. That was really, 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 really good. Really, really good. Okay, let's see. Recently you talked about introducing carbs back. Okay, so is this an old comment? No, she's recycling that comment. Pal, aren't you on my Keto Course Facebook page? Can we do that over there? Because then if you're on my Facebook page, it's so much easier to talk to you than on YouTube. YouTube is really hard. I'm not gonna lie. Thank you, Gary. Thank you. I'm so confused. LOL, because I questioned the coffee thing. Well, I think it's the way that you did it. Carissa, I see that you've kind of like chilled on the way you're like, my grandmother did this and she was 89. Like, how can I react? I always say to people, even people who aren't presenting their argument in that fashion, I'm always like, I don't know. Like, you need to present more information. I can't give you more information based on a sentence with no profile picture or, hey, Steph, here's my Facebook page, check it out, or here's my, here's a study that I'm doing a anecdotal, like my own like visual study to see what happens if you do this or that. Check out what I've done doing coffee, like 60 days on. That would be more beneficial than what your grandmother did, who's not you. I'm just saying. I don't mean to sound like a jerk, Carissa. Just you guys know it's really hard to live stream. And I mean, there are things in life that are much harder, but I will never do it the right way. I am never going to make everybody happy. There's never going to be a good way to live stream. You are always going to piss people off. Subscribe to Deborah's like, subscribe to her keto Facebook page through her website, stephanieperson.com. Thank you so much, Deborah. About to join the Facebook group. Yes, it's through the website. And Richard Rice Chris says, I'm not mad. I'm never mad. People always think that I'm mad. I'm like, I'm not mad. I'm just loud, not loud, but I'm like boisterous with my personality. I'm just saying, are there not always different opinions and studies? No, there isn't. No. Sorry, Chris, you just deleted a comment. No. Or did I delete it? No, I didn't delete it, did I? Oh. So Richard's like, Carissa, you just gotta stop. Because I could talk about what coffee actually is. Okay, so your comment of like, aren't there studies? I mean, who cares? You know what I'm saying? There are people who believe in veganism to the bitter end. Like, you can't argue with them. They've made up their mind. That's why I said if you want to drink coffee, go for it. But if you want to learn what I've learned, then present your question in a different way and don't say, yeah, but my grandmother, there are other studies, because I'm not that person that you're going to get whatever I can't give you anything you want. It'll be impossible. You'll never be happy. Not with me. You'll have to find someone else. Tea is great. Just try to do loose leaf tea. Just do an herbal tea. So you guys just realize, like, you can't please everybody all the time. It is literally impossible. It is impossible. And people will try to just do this all the time. And as a human being, you want to hold your position because you believe in what you're saying. If you don't believe in what I'm saying, go do your own research, because I'm not here to convince anybody of anything. I'm only presenting what I know, and you can take it or you can go with it. Bam! See, I did not put my sister on keto, low carb, high fat. She doesn't want to give up her coffee, but other than that she's doing very good, getting ready for her wedding. Good. Don't mess with Deborah or Richard. The thing is, you guys, is that I cannot make everybody happy all the time. I am going to have people go, she's full of crap. There's nothing I can do about it. See, the more and more you listen to you, I realize everything else is BS. I mean, that's what I believe, but of course, why would I even open up my mouth if I didn't believe in what I was saying? So what I propose for people to do is, if I say something, go research it if you don't feel comfortable with what I'm saying. Energy! See, I'm trying things that you say and feeling better little by little. Oh, that's awesome, BJ Design. Wait, no, BJP. Thank you, Hunted Investigations 11. Thank you so much for contributing to the super chat. My doc loves that I'm on keto. Yes, Deborah, you got one doc that's behind you. Okay, guys. Look, I've gone an hour and a half. I was like, I'll do 1 hour. Thanks for joining the friggin' live broadcast. And I won't be broadcasting tomorrow because I was like, I'll do it on Sunday when people are at home, even though I don't want to. And then Monday, I'll take the day for me. So thank you guys. And then maybe I'll be back on Tuesday if I have enough time, if not Wednesday. Let's see here. My doctor told me keto is actually not all that great for you long term. He said it's a fad. It's Tony, because he doesn't know the science. He just doesn't know. And a lot of doctors will say it's a fad. And if I was a doctor who was eating a bunch of carbs and tired all the time and saw the keto diet and I saw that it was this big trend, I would question it too. I would think it was a bunch of bull crap. But like when I first heard about the carnivore diet, the very first time I heard about it, I was like, this is bull crap. I mean, I did. So I had to go and learn and try to understand. I was like, oh, this is great for people with histamine. Oh, ketones work like this. There's an article. I'm going to mock it. She writes on her hand. She's got a lab coat on. I've got to borrow a lab coat and a stethoscope and put on my hand keto heals and it says keto heals and something keto kills is a bunch of crap, and write it on my hand and do that, because I've done keto for over 10 years and I am so grateful that I did, turning 51, strong, balanced, brain on point, boom, boom, boom. And so when they say that it's unhealthy, then and only then, I must be a ghost. I'm just saying. I just must be a ghost. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Guys, I always keep telling you, I'm not vascular, so you can see I'm not on any diuretics. I'm not on anything that would make me gaunt and lean. And right now, I'm going through my menstrual cycle, so I'm more bloated than normal, which men don't understand how that works, right, women? Okay? But otherwise, I'm having a cycle because my hormones are in balance. Yes. Your MD loves keto. See, I just love to hear when doctors love it. Let me see, my 51 and no menopause, right? Right? And like doctors will be like, oh, but you're menopausal age. I'm like, but I have no menopausal symptoms. Oh, but you're in age. Okay, well, my blood levels turned out like this. Okay, well, blood levels can be subjective, so just look at my body. Let's just go there. Okay, guys, booyah, 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 booyah. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining this amazing, I'm still getting like highlighted things from keto help with my overactive thyroid. Can it? With what? Can, if you do it the right way, Tony. If you do it the wrong way, it can make your thyroid symptoms, it'll exacerbate your thyroid symptoms and make them worse. Stop blurring, stupid phone, stupid technology. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining this chat. It is now officially time for my butt to go. Okay? If you guys want to learn more, you can go to stephanieperson.com. You can go to my Instagram, which is Stephanie Ketogenic. And if you guys feel like you need more guided help, you can go to my keto course group, which has been around for a couple of years. I just never promoted it in the beginning because, I'm not that kind of person. But if I'm going to do this, let's do this. That's all I'm saying. And you can only join through my website. So if you just try to go and join, you won't be let on the page. Y'all who keep doing that every day. Let's see here. Rest. Thank you, Alana. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining the chat. For those who watch the replay, like up the stream. Let me know if you want me to do more. And I'm out of here. Night, guys. Night.